y'all see what I'm saying? Like we not here. We raise our kids the right way. But sometimes you do things not even understanding why you do them. They just have become a force of habit because you were taught to do them. And you don't even think about why you do them. Like, when was the last time, Uncle James, you thought about putting on your socks? Like, no, left foot, right, no, this one goes like
just do it.
Exactly, it's a force of habit. Why? Because you don't want to go outside barefoot. Right? Raise your hand the last time you thought about brushing your teeth in the morning. Thought about it. Put some real effort in, like, you know what? I gotta brush my mouth so my breath don't stink. When was the last time you did that? You don't, right? Because even as a child, first thing as soon as you get out of bed, what your mom or your dad tell you to do? Brush your teeth. And what came behind that?
Wash your face.
Y'all went to the same water. It's a force of habit. Do you know that prayer to some people is a force of habit and they don't even know why they do it?
Come on.
Do you understand that some people give their money to the church and don't even understand why they do it?
Just do it.
They just showing up. They just going through the motions. They don't know no better. Ain't that crazy? Legit grown folk that don't know no better. And they raising other, like, future grown folk to do the same thing.
Wow.
Then what?
Wow.
Then we got people like our president. Seriously.
Amen.
And I'm not being nasty. I'm not going to sit here and talk about how he's this and how he's that. Because whatever. He the president.
Amen.
He the president. Whatever. He ain't. I'm not in the service no more, Daddy. So he ain't my president. I don't gotta follow no orders he gives. So I don't care. Whatever.
Amen.
My president was in the house for 8 years. He's gone now. He's still my president. Whatever. It is what it is. You feel how you feel. I feel how I feel. But the thing is, that man was raised in the money. He was born in the money.
Amen.
What he's doing now, what he's saying now, the way he moves, the people he hires in his cabinet is all learned behavior. Do y'all understand that Donald Trump may not realize how jacked up Donald Trump is?
I'm sure he does.
He don't care.
He was raised like that.
Amen.
He was raised not respecting how other people felt. He was raised not understanding where other people came from. So when he says, I want to make America great again, what I've seen in the past, because you can make your mouth say whatever, but what you've shown me through your many businesses that have failed,
All right.
through your many business opportunities that are supposed to help people and ended up just being frauds to get a whole bunch of millions and billions of dollars. What you have shown me is that you can't make America great again because you're not even great yourself.
Amen.
Right.
Yes.
That's right.
You should keep getting.
Right.
I'm not even on Twitter. I'm not even on Twitter.
I am. I'll tweet it.
So back to God so loved the world that he gave his only son,
Yes.
so that everyone who believes in him won't perish but will have eternal life. It's three things I want you to get out of that passage from 12 to 16. Three things. Congruency, consistency, and the collective.
Okay. All right.
Congruency, consistency, and the collective. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So congruency. You have to, what my grandma used to say, I mean what I say and I say what I mean.
All right.
That's congruency. That's congruency. if you say it to me, like my dad, and my dad is great at this. As I get older, I start to really appreciate my dad. Like honestly, I do. Growing up, I thought that man was like so crazy. I really do. We were always close, right? I didn't get a lot of whoopings from my dad. But he said things and taught things. So he didn't really have to put his hands on me. And he believes that it was fear. It wasn't fear. What he said made sense to me even at a young age. And I always respected him, but now I'm older and I have my own child. And I see the difference between Armand reacts different when you talk to him. Because he understands that. When I spank him, he kind of looks at me glazed over like, what I get a spanking for? Yeah. Does that make sense? Mm-hmm. But when you explain, kids like to understand.
That's right.
Kids like to learn. We're all like that, honestly. Mm-hmm. But Dad had this thing where he would say things, and then I would just kind of like sit back and watch. And what my dad said, he did. You know what I'm saying? Like when Armand and Peyton were first born, we talked, and he was like one of his most favorite statements. My dad plays on words really well. I've learned that in my older days. My dad plays on words really well. But he said, what dads do is they make the adjustment. That's what dads do. Dads always adjust. Dads always adjust. He was like, things are going to happen and you have to adjust. That's what dads do. Dads adjust. Moms are moms. Moms have their job. Moms do what they have to do. But dads adjust. You know what that told me? I'm really not in control. I'm just kidding. Mom is in control. Is that what you meant? Mom is in control. And she is. Because dad didn't have to carry that child. Dad didn't have to do that. The most dad did was go and run to the grocery store and get like foods for cravings. We didn't have to hold that child. We didn't have to push that child out. We didn't have to go to all the doctor's appointments. We didn't have to do that.
That's right. So
they had to do everything up until the child comes, right? And then they have to do more when the child comes. What's dad's job? To adjust. But then I sit down and I think of all the times my dad adjusted.
Amen.
When I moved to St. Pete the first time when I was in 8th grade, and I left in middle school after all me and my dad talked about. All I wanted to do was live with my dad. But when I got here, it wasn't what I thought it was gonna be, so I left. And my dad was so upset. The most upset he's ever been at me was probably that time. One of the times that he's been the most upset was that time. Because I didn't talk to him, I didn't want to discuss it. I was like, I'm just going back home. And didn't want to go to Jacksonville. Honestly, I would have stayed at Don and Cookie House if I could. If somebody would have gave me the permission, I would have. Because I didn't want to go back to Jacksonville.
Amen.
That was the reason why I came here. But anyway, he adjusted. It was never any different. He was still my dad. He adjusted. He did what he had to do.
Amen.
I came back. High school went pretty smooth. Y'all were there. High school went pretty smooth. Without a hitch. Went to the military. Military went pretty good. Came to Tampa. After Daddy said, home is always going to be home. Don't come back home. I said, forget that. I'm coming back home. Came back home. Shouldn't have come back home. Why? Because home was home.
Right. Nothing changed there.
Acting up at I was acting up at McDill. Y'all just don't know. I was turning up. Turning up. Man. Not telling the truth to people. I'm lying to people that pay me basically. Not telling the truth. Like this is a sermon, y'all, but this is how I preach.
That's all right.
This is how I preach.
That's all right.
Talking,
That's all right.
discussion,
Amen.
interaction.
Yes.
That's how I preach.
Amen.
Yeah.
Amen.
That's all right.
Anyway, I'm at McDill, cutting the rug. My daddy is right up the sidewalk from where I work. I'm telling people, I don't have a child in sight, Rachel. I'm telling people that I got a child. This is why I be late to work, because I was late to work like every day. Late to work every day. Why you late to work? Oh, son was sick, had to do this, had to do that. My dad come in my office, and this Marine that worked with me, she's like, so she asked my dad, and she said, so how's your grandson? I said, Daddy, come on. Come on, Daddy. Walked out. And the thing I love about my dad is now he won't say anything unless he's thought about what he's gonna say. He doesn't,
Good thing.
like he's really, and I love that about him. Now.
you're
He's
right.
learning how to do that. So we walk out the building. We walking back to where my dad works. Daddy ain't said a word. Like he has not said a word to me. We talking like not said a word about that. We're talking because I walked out like, well, he know I'm loud now, so you know what I'm saying? Like, so where we going for lunch, Dad? Because that's what he had came for. Where we was going to lunch. Where we going to lunch, Dad? And, I mean, we just shooting the breeze like nothing just happened.
Yeah.
So funny. And finally, that day goes by, 2-3 days later, and everybody was tied up in this. Like Uncle Gene, my dad, granddad, because Uncle Gene got me there. You know what I'm saying? So I didn't just disappoint. I'm not just lying on Daddy. I'm making everybody look bad. I'm messing it up for the whole squad. 2-3 days later, Daddy ain't said a word still. 2 or 3 days later, it's a knock on my apartment door. It's my daddy and my granddaddy. And I'm like, well, what have I got myself into?
Back up.
So we talked for a little bit, and I'm getting to my point. Just give me a second. We talking for a little bit. One of the biggest things I got from that conversation that I really carried throughout the rest of my life is you gotta know who you are. You gotta understand what you bring to the world and who you are. And you gotta take care of you first. But you gotta be true to yourself. And my biggest problem is I wasn't true to myself. I hadn't truly accepted the fact that I just really may be Minister Gaskin, and one day I may be the pastor of a church. I wasn't ready for that yet. I wasn't ready for that. I wasn't ready for that. I'm just to the point if I'm completely being transparent, I'm just to the point where I'm I accept it. You know what I'm saying? And you know, it's cool to sit in front of New Philadelphia and everybody say, oh, you can preach and blah. I know I can preach.
Amen.
I know I can preach. That's my granddaddy.
All right.
I've been listening to Bible scriptures my whole life. I used to ride around with the man, for crying out loud.
Amen. Amen.
That's my daddy. You know what I'm saying? Y'all think he just
It's in the blood.
after he did it, like nobody else can do it?
It's in the blood.
Y'all know this lady named Vicky? That's my auntie.
All right.
That's my auntie. I was raised around these people, and 2 of them I knew before they were reverend anything.
Amen.
You know what I'm saying?
Amen.
So I know I can preach. It's naturally in me because I'm one of those people.
Yeah.
I can take information in and then spit information out.
Yes.
But is it in here though?
Yes.
Right.
Yes.
All
And the
right.
answer was no.
All right.
Good, boy.
Yes.
I can sit up here and think the phone with y'all as much as I want to. It sounds good.
That's right.
Right. Right.
But if I'm not living it though,
Yes. Glory.
if I'm not living it though,
Action. Action.
it really don't matter.
Amen.
It really don't make no difference.
That's right.
Listen,
Actions.
Bro, we be blowing smoke.
Amen.
Big time.
Half of the, we blow smoke.
All right.
I'm telling y'all, these ain't sermons. This is real life.
Yeah.
Y'all feel what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yes.
It's real life.
Yes.
It's like I be telling Armand, it's real in these streets, bruh. Armand only 5, but I talk to him like my dad. I do. It's real in these streets. For real. People will tell you whatever sounds good to them, and people will tell you whatever they think is going to sound good to you. That's why you gotta know better. That's why you gotta know, man, look, you got to know who you are. If you don't know who you are, anybody can lie to you. Anybody can throw you for a loop. There's people running behind Trump like he the best thing. Boy, if I saw one more repost of the historic inauguration, I'm like, it's empty. It's empty. Just 8 years. If you want a historic inauguration, go back 8 years ago. When it was packed. Like the whole mall. Wasn't no like
Nowhere.
you couldn't see nothing.
I was there.
Donald Trump said on TV that he won by the largest margin ever in history.
You're lying.
You lied.
Exactly.
He don't know.
You know.
He don't know.
Want to know.
He don't know. But people believe him.
Exactly.
People believe him. You know why? Because they don't know themselves.
They don't know.
All right now.
That's the root of it. You can point to other things, but you don't know yourself. If you know yourself, you can tell yourself, you know, I got enough sense then to accept that. So I'm going to research this. Or I'm going to look this up. People don't do that. It's people sitting in pews. Just like y'all sitting in pews, people sitting in pews right now. Listening to crap. Listening to nothingness.
Speak it.
Nothingness. Hooping and hollering.
Yep.
And they'll mount up on wings like an eagle. That's not real. That's not real. God is not a superhero. God is not a superhero. God is God.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
All by himself.
Yeah.
And because of God,
Yeah.
we are in the place we are in right now.
Yeah.
In the midst of our sin.
Yeah.
In the midst of the things we do wrong.
Yeah.
In the midst of being broke. In the midst of being depressed. In the midst of whatever situation. We're here because God sent his only what?
Yeah.
Son to die for our sins.
Yeah.
Some of us toe up from the floor up.
Yeah.
But we here though.
Yeah.
But we here though.
Yes.
All right.
We're not in the ground. Every day we wake up, God gives us another chance at it.
Yeah.
He gives us another chance, another opportunity. And I used to be so afraid of death, and I used to be so afraid of funerals. And I learned something. I learned it on my own, I think. Just reading and studying, I learned something. You know the best thing about a funeral? You know the best thing about a funeral? It's not the eulogy. You know the best thing about a funeral? Is the funeral sometimes is the only time where you stop and you think about the life that individual lived, and you start to take some of those things and apply it to your life.
That's right. That's right.
My auntie Mildred is the reason why I try to talk to everybody for their birthday, and I feel bad when I forget. That's my auntie Mildred. That's the one thing I took from her funeral. She always, everybody said, She always called us on our birthday. She will never forget a birthday. That's my takeaway. So now, if I don't talk to you at any time during the year, I know I'm going to talk to you once on your birthday. And if I got to catch up with you then, and I never talk to you again until next year on your birthday, that's good enough.
All right.
We talk.
Right.
But the thing I'm saying is, in death, and people cry and it's sad. It is. But that life that just has been lived though,
Amen.
that's one of the only times you pause and you start to think about the actions of that person. You start to think about the things they said. You start to think about the things they did. Y'all get what I'm saying?
Amen. Amen.
But this is not a sermon.
Yes, it is.
This is just
Okay. Good enough.
Yes, it
this
is.
is just me. This is just Aundrae.
All right, Aundrae. Amen.
I preach anyway. I teach anyway. I'm just talking.
All right now.
'Cause that's what I do.
Amen.
That's the way I get correction out of people.
All right.
That's the way I impart what Granddaddy called wisdom into people. It's through my words. It's through conversation. And now, through my action.
Okay.
All right now.
All right.
All right now.
Okay.
All
That's
right.
good, boy.
Okay.
All right.
That's good.
It
All
wasn't
right.
always that way. But it is now.
All right.
But I can show you.
And I can tell you.
And I can tell you.
All right.
Right there. Right there.
All right.
I'm taking my time, y'all. I'm not in a rush.
Amen.
I'm just taking my time.
That's
That
right.
was congruency. Consistency.
That's right.
I'm going to illustrate consistency by telling you a story about two of my favorite people. My daddy and my son. Because this was hilarious to me. And I even got involved a little bit because every now and then I like to pay my daddy back in just little small ways. So, the other day, everybody had on shades. I gave Armand his shades. And then I told him to go upstairs and get something. For some reason, Armand threw his shades on the ground. Or put his shades on the ground to get whatever I told him to get. I don't remember. My dad, going upstairs or whatever, stepped on the shades. So now the shades.
Sitting down.
Oh, you sit down. And you stepped on them or sat on them?
Yeah, they were under my feet.
There you go. Stepped on them. Accidentally. So dad comes down to me and says, with like broken shades in his hand, and says, I stepped on Armand's shades. He left them on the floor. I'm gonna get him a new pair. I don't care about the shades. because he left them on the floor. So all I'm thinking in my head is this is a teaching moment for me.
All right.
Is it?
All
Because
right.
my dad did it to me.
All right.
He did it to me. There was never, if those were my shades and my dad would have accidentally stepped on them, bruh, you shouldn't have had the shades on the floor. And you know what comes behind that? You know what comes behind that? You need to learn how to take care of your stuff. But Armand,
That's right.
I'm gonna get him some more.
Great job.
I don't care about Armand replacement shades. He shouldn't have left him on the floor. So I told him.
Grandchildren first.
So I heard it. He did say he was like, he left him on the ground. I didn't see him, and they broke. In my head, I already saw the shades in half, so I didn't care that they were broken. I cared about what I had to say to my child, which is, you gotta take care of your stuff, and they shouldn't have been on the floor. Period. Period. Armand comes down. First of all, Armand has had those shades for like 2 years.
Oh.
It's probably like the first time I saw him wear them. And he wore them because all
Everybody.
three of us had shades. Y'all know.
Yeah.
It's like the first time I ever saw, like, I saw the shades 2 years ago. And then they disappeared for 2 years. And he probably just found them and then brought them with him, right? So I know the backstory on the shades. I didn't share the backstory with Daddy. I just knew the backstory of the shades. So that was Tuesday, I think. Bro, gonna get them fixed. Now, one thing I'll say, and one thing I'm learning, you never tell a toddler, somebody that can understand what you're saying, you never tell them what you're going to do unless you're going to do it immediately.
Immediately, right then. They don't forget.
They don't forget anything. They don't forget anything. So, I'm, Granddaddy sorry, Granddaddy broke your shades, blah, 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 because you left them on the floor. I'm pretty sure our mom missed that whole point. And then Daddy said, I'm going to get you some more. When Daddy said, I'm going to get you some more, our mom was ready to go to the store
Right then.
and get them shades. And I sat in the back seat all the way to Uncle Walt's house and heard just low enough so that nobody could hear but me. Daddy, when we going to get my shades? When we stopping to get my shades? New Philadelphia. I'm over the shades. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. They're gone. You know what I'm saying? Should have left them on the floor. That's how I feel. But now, that whole ordeal is between you and G-Dad. They don't have nothing to do with me. So why am I now involved? I'm upset. I'm like, bro, if he asks me about these shades one more time, I'm gonna beat him. And I'll never beat him. So finally, we get to Uncle Walt's house. He asked me one last time about the shades. I said, Armand, if you ask me about the shades again, it's gonna be trouble. Never heard about the shades again. Until yesterday. Right? So we come downstairs, we're about to go golfing. We come downstairs, I got my shades on. I actually left my shades with Kim and thought I lost my shades, right? So that would have been a great story to have to share with my son. Son, I don't care about your shades. I lost mine too. We're both irresponsible. Get over it. But so we get down, and I'm talking about consistency. I'm getting there. We get down, and Armand sees shades on everybody again. He says, I don't have no shades because G-Dad broke them. Mm-hmm. Now, what I wanted G-Dad to do the first time, he does. Well, G-Dad wouldn't have broke them if you hadn't had them on the floor. And I'm like, well, you 3 days late for the straightening, G-Dad. Oh, I'm hot. Because I see it in his face. I see it in his face. He didn't like that. He's like, don't blame G-Dad for making the shade. You know what I'm saying? Don't come at G-Dad like that. So I'm like getting ready to brush on my hair, and Daddy done got all low because he does that. He's really good at that. He makes sure he gets at eye level, and he looked at Armand and he was like, well, they wouldn't be broken if you wouldn't have left them on the floor. Bro. This wouldn't even be a thing if you would have just said that the first time on Tuesday. We all the way at Saturday. And who are you to be frustrated? I had to ride all the way to Saturday. You heard it one time and now you aggravated? Get out your feelings, G-Dad.
Y'all should have stopped to the Dollar Tree. I know you
Not yet.
So I say, well, it's kind of 50-50. I said, G-Dad left him on, I said, you left him on the floor, but G-Dad really can't see. And Daddy said, well, it's not 50-50. I said, yes it is, because you really can't see.
Yeah.
My daddy not being able to see really don't have nothing to do with nothing. But it's the fact that I had to ride all the way to St. Pete and listen about them shades, and you didn't. And I know you know because you had kids that when you told Armand you was gonna get him some shades, we should have been getting shades shortly thereafter. Because what I understand is, what Armand said is, I don't have any shades. G-Dad broke them. What Armand really meant was, my shades are broken. G-Dad said he was gonna give me some, and I don't have my shades.
Yes.
So now everybody else is wearing shades, and Armand ain't wearing shades. That is what Armand's problem was. The consistency part that I'm talking about is the fact that what you say and what you do gotta line up. There was no consistency to Armand. There was no consistency. We have been in the car several times.
Still ain't got no.
Where are the shades at?
Where are the shades at?
Where are the shades at? Inconsistent. Another story. G-Dad, Armand. Man, look. Them two this week have been the most enjoyable thing. So far, I can't wait till I have grandkids. Cause it's fun. I can see, like, I like when he aggravates my dad more than when they're having fun together. I like when he aggravates him because that's good for me to watch. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to worry about the backlash. Ain't nobody bothering me. So G-Dad and Armand had this little thing they used to call, it first started, Daddy used to call Armand, not Knucklehead, he called me
Beanie.
Beanie, right? That's where it started, Beanie. And it was, you know, they get on the phone, hey Beanie, and Armand say, hey Beanie. And it was funny and cute. I knew that this was going to turn into something way more than just Beanie. I knew it. And for a while, like different little stuff, because Daddy is fun. Daddy's a lot of fun with Armand. And they play, you know, they fight, they do different stuff. And of course, Armand being Armand and being 5, he takes it overboard sometimes. So I used to, he'll take it overboard a little bit and Daddy'd be like, he fine. And in my head, I'm like, he's not fine. This is not okay. But Daddy say, he fine, okay, he fine. Now, the other day, they were fighting and Armand was losing. I don't know how my dad was whooping up Armand with one little arm, but he was whooping Armand up and Armand kicked him. And Daddy said, ow! And before I knew it, he had grabbed Armand's arm and popped him 3 good times and I was like, yes! Get him! Get him! I told you he wasn't good! Let him hit you like that! But I was sitting in front of my computer and I had my earphones in and I just looked over real quick. I looked back over. I didn't even crack